Hey, what's going on? If you're looking for some great ads in fantasy basketball this week, you've come to the right place. I'm Waiver Wire Queen, and I'm about to get you right to make sure you know you can fill in for some players that are out hurt, or you're just looking to kind of shake some things up because you're looking for that one player to get you over the hump. So hit that subscribe button and let's jump right into it. All right, so there's been some injuries over the weekend. King James, LBJ, LeBron James, Braun, whatever you want to call him. I call him Braun. He's out originally indefinitely. I knew that was not the case, but now they're saying it's projected 3 to 4 weeks. So you all know how ankle injuries can be. So they tend to linger. So, we just got to watch and see. And Melo, my favorite for Rookie of the Year, he unfortunately, he broke his wrist, and so he's out for the remainder of the season. That is some serious production that's going to be hard to find on the wire in Melo's case for the season, and in LeBron's case, the next 3 to 4 weeks. Anything can happen over the next 3 to 4 weeks in fantasy basketball. So let's jump right into first ad. Kuzma, obviously, he is a no-brainer. If you had the opportunity to put a claim in for him, you put that claim in and you try to get him. If you're bidding, bid what you can to pick him up. And you got to remember, you're not going to find anyone who's going to put up LeBron James numbers on the wire, but you can find someone who's going to help you kind of alleviate some of that loss, help you through, because I know it's painful losing somebody like King James when you're trying to, take to the next level and make to the playoffs. So Kuzma, he's rostered in over 65% of Yahoo leagues, so he's pretty much almost rostered. 65%, that means there's still opportunity, a little over 30-some% for you to put that claim in. I actually was able to pick him up in the league, and I already had him in another league because, I'm like, let me just put him on my bench. He's definitely somebody you can start every night. He's given 22 fantasy points. I expect that to increase because he's going to have a lot of opportunity to score the ball. So pick him up. Another option, so we're saying Melo is hurt. So another option may be Malik Monk. Since Graham has come back, his minutes have gone down, but with Melo out for the remainder of the season, Graham will slide back into that starting role, and then you figure with Terry, he's kind of dinged up a bit, so I expect to see Malik Monk numbers to go, his minutes to go back up, and his numbers will go back up to what he was doing when Graham was out and when Melo wasn't getting the minutes that he was. So he's somebody that you want to wait and see what he does, see how they play him the next game, and then if you have the opportunity to pick him up, or you can do the waiting, or you can pick him up if you are in a position, you have a flexible roster with 1 or 2 flexible slots where you're just kind of, moving players in and out every week or every other week. You may want to just stash him on your bench just to see what he can do for you. But I wouldn't make him my top priority. But if you are in dire need, then you can make him a priority, and I guarantee you his minutes will go back up, and that production will go back up. So another player to add, and I can't believe how available he is Alec Burks. He has been balling out over the last few weeks, and if nothing else, just for now, you want the points, you want what he can give you. I picked him up. He's only rostered in 34% of Yahoo leagues, so that means he is available. He's out there, in over 66% of leagues. That's a lot, Go on and pick him up. I mean, can't go wrong. He's given 18 fantasy points, but he's playing over 30 minutes a game, which is going to put him in a position to give you more. Now, remember, with him, you ride this thing out, and when you see the writing on the wall, you drop him. But right now, he's a great ad. Even if you just throw him on your bench, we all know that when you're in the head-to-head points and you need points, 18, 20, 25 points is not bad when one of your guys is out due to injury or off, because the other teams is going to be doing it, looking to add a player who can give them that firepower. So he's definitely a great ad. Another solid ad is Thomas Stanorensky. I hope I pronounced his name right, but if I didn't, yeah, it is what it is. He's only rostered in 20% of Yahoo leagues, so that means he is out there. He's available. I actually dropped him in the league for someone else who I felt was a better fit for my team. Got to think about fits. He's given 17 fantasy points. He's actually getting the minutes right now. He's getting more minutes than my boy Kobe White. You know, I'm a Bulls fan. I have no clue what we're doing, but I'm rolling with it. I honestly feel like, you know, we're in that inconsistent role. We're kind of win a game, lose a game, win, lose, or win or lose, whatever the case is. Fantasy purposes, he's a solid ad, especially if you are looking to make up for some of Melo's production and his points that you're no longer going to get if you know, he's probably the safer ad over Malik Monk. Nonetheless, you got to make a move on him before someone else make a move on him. Once they make a move, you snooze, you lose out here. So pick him up. Pick him up. He's getting the minutes and he's playing well. So, you know, you got to keep on making moves and do what it do. Another solid player to add is Josh Hart. He has been consistent for the most part of the season. I'm hearing so many Lonzo Ball trade rumors. Who knows if they're going to trade him or not. I've even heard something about him possibly going to my Bulls team. I don't get why, but it is what it is. To me, you don't want to give up too many assets for a player who may not re-sign with you, since they did not extend him. They didn't extend him, so basically, he's not going to be a restricted free agent. So it's probably not a good idea. But in Josh Hart's case, fantasy-wise, you look at that and see, like, okay, if they do make a move and trade Lonzo, who are they bringing in? And is Josh Hart going to get the start? Is he going to see more minutes? You got to kind of just look and see what's going on there. Nonetheless, he's given 18 fantasy points. He is consistent, and he's a solid ad. He's only rostered in 34% of Yahoo League. So that means he is out there. He's available. Pick him up. Okay. Let's move right along. Let's talk about Ivica Zubac. He has been playing well as of late. His minutes have gone up. The Clippers are playing him. He played over 30 minutes the other night. That is good. He's averaging 19. If you have someone out, like, say, AD, he may be a nice fit until, you know, the Clippers decide they don't want to give him those minutes. Well, right now he's playing well. He's getting the minutes, so he's somebody you want to add. He's only rostered in 37% of Yahoo leagues, which means he's available. And the 19 fantasy points is good. He's going to give you rebounds. So if you're in, say, head-to-head categories, he's giving you some solid rebounds. Shooting percentage is high. So if you're looking for a big who's going to give you some at least 6 to 7 rebounds a game, and he's going to help you keep that field goal percentage high, and you're looking for him and he's a free agent, then my boy Zubac is your guy. Go on and pick him up. Solid ad. Still out there. Except for in my leagues, I picked him up, and he's doing some things for me. Pick him up. And then you also got to think, guys, that there are some leagues where the commissioners don't have IR slots. So that makes it hard for you to do things, considering so many injuries, COVID and safety health protocol. There's so much going on, and you may be in a bind, and you have to let a player go because, you know, you can't wait 5 weeks from now or 6 or 7 weeks from now. Playoffs start, and you may miss the playoffs. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Now, if it's a player like AD, you just take it. You don't release him at any cost. But if you have that one slot that one spot on your roster that you designated as, this is going to be my flexible spot, and I'm going to, you know, use this to, you know, add a player when I need it, because, say, I don't have the IR slots to move my injured players into. I'm going to use this, designate this one slot, and this is going to help me going forward to pick up a player like Zubac or Thomas Stadoransky to help me, say, this night or, you know, that night. You got to figure it out. And he's a great ad, though. Some other solid ads, and I would say, who else? Marcus Morris. He's starting to play a little bit more. He's only rostered in 20% Yahoo leagues. Right now, he's given 18 fantasy points, and that's mainly because of the current increase in minutes, and you gotta just monitor it, because once that goes down, you let him go. But he's not at the top of my list. Those players I just mentioned to you, those are the top players to add. Main one, Kuzma. Second, Thomas Satoransky. Third, Zubac. Fourth, look at Alec Burks. And then Malik Monk, you look at him. Josh Hart is another one to add. He's up there. And Malik Monk, like I said, look at him, but watch and see what they do with him. If he come out there and he's getting his 25 to 30 minutes again, he's going to be right back to getting 17, 18, possibly 20 fantasy points, which is good. And another ad, I would wait and see, or like I said, if you have that flexible roster spot, you pick this guy up and just sit him down there, to sit him on your bench to see what he's going to do. So Kyrie is going to be out a few games. As you know, KD is out. Bruce Brown was performing well. He's one of those players, you either had him when he was doing his thing, or you was able to pick him up and enjoy the production for a few games and you let him go. This is that case too, and I wouldn't prioritize him over any of the guys that I just mentioned. I would prioritize him over Marcus Morris. He's only rostered in 7% of Yahoo leagues, and Kyrie's going to be out a few games. KD is still a few weeks away, and he may be a solid option because he may see an increase in his minutes due to Kyrie being out. So he may be a spot start. But he's a player that if you are in position to just add him to your bench and take a chance and see what he can do, why not do so? However, I wouldn't prioritize him over the other guys that I just mentioned. So let's go over that again. My top ad would be Kyle Kuzma. And then I am looking at Alec Burks, Thomas Satoransky, that's another one, Zubac, Josh Hart, Malik Monk, and then Marcus Morris and Bruce Brown are in the same boat. You just got to really watch and see. If you hit and you added Brown and say he does perform well over the next few games that Kyrie is out, great. If you can pick up Alec Burks or Josh Hart or Satoransky, I wouldn't even worry about picking up Brown, because I feel more confident in what they can do, and you should feel more confident in what they can do, because you know what? They're going to get you those points. Boom. They're going to get you those points. And that's what you need. You need your points. Or you need to target players for specific categories. And as I said, with Zubac, rebounding, and a high field goal percentage for big, that's how you got to do it. All right, y'all. So let me know what you think. Tell me who you guys have prioritized on the wire. And check out this cool video on some more fantasy sports news. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Y'all be safe. Peace.